Hello everybody. Just want to show you all my current project. This is a 69 Chevelle wagon. It's got about 16,000 original miles on it. Had a 307 in it. Pulled it out of a barn in South Dakota. It was parked since 1980. I know it's got a 68 grill on it and know it's got vent windows, but I'm telling you it's a 69. I put the grill in myself. Anyway, putting an LS in it. This is a 6.0 out of this one's out of a truck. This is kind of the mock-up motor I got. It's fine, it ran. I've just got the other one on the stand here shortly to put a cam in it and do all that junk to it. So this one's just kind of into mock it up. But the reason I wanted to make this video is because a lot of people have questions for motor mounts, oil pans, blah, blah, blah. Putting them in 8-body GM stuff, 68 through 72 GM should be very similar, pretty much the same. And maybe even some older GM stuff or some slightly newer stuff. But just to go over what I have so far, at the beginning of my project. The plates are from LSX Innovations. There's eBay special, pretty cheap. The motor mounts are solid mounts from Speedway, also pretty cheap. And I do have a 1/4-inch plate in there right now, which I'm going to keep, I think, to raise the motor up a little bit. To give me more clearance for the oil pan. The oil pan did clear without those plates. The oil pan is a CTSV pan, so it's not the ideal swap pan, and F-body. Wish I would have had one to try, but I just couldn't find a good deal on one. So that's what we got. I think we're going to make it work. The 1/4-inch plates are helpful due to the oil pan. The steering hits kind of much better with the plates, but also this power steering pump pulley is much further away from this steering box than it was. So this is a manual steering car, manual brake car. Everything's manual on it. It's going to have a Hydro Boost setup on it. I have another video that I'll go over what I did to that to get it to work. It's going to have a Jeep Grand Cherokee steering box in it when this is all said and done. That box should bolt right in, give it a modern steering feel. You need the Chevelle power steering pitman arm and a different rag joint, which is a Lars 200 layers. I don't know how to pronounce it, so don't shoot the messenger. But I got that coming for it. Like I said, it's going to be a single turbo car, so these are just factory manifolds that I cut up that I'm going to make work. Turbo's going to go over there on the passenger side. So another thing too that you guys might run into is this steering pump is off a 03 Chevy Express van, so it's a van steering pump with a remote reservoir. It goes right here that I'll mount somewhere on the fender or inside the fender well. The reason I like it is because it doesn't have the return port for the Hydro Boost that the truck ones did. It's got this return from the steering box, which I'm going to cut, make it a lot shorter, so it's not in the way of my exhaust. But the truck steering pump had the reservoir on it, and it's pretty big. It sticks out this far. I'm not sure where it is up on the shelf there, but that one, it gives me more room, more clearance. So, but that's that. There's going to be a VS Racing 80mm turbo going on this setup. I do have it on the shelf over there. It's not out, or else I'd show you guys. But it kind of started out as a cheap swap, just something to drive. I'm not touching it. I'm going to leave the color alone. I'm driving it like it is. I got another hood for it back up there on it. I got a windshield for it up on the shelf to put in it. But I just wanted a driver, and it kind of snowballed a little bit. I have a problem with that, but I think it'll be okay. I got a big turbo. The 80mm is a big unit. I was going to decap stock injectors, but I just got Decade 80s coming, so maybe on a future build, I'll do some decap stuff. My dad has a 63 Nova wagon that we're putting a small block 350 in right now that he would love to LS swap, which I do have a 5.3 sitting over there in the corner, and also another 6.0. That 6.0 is going to go on this, so I have this one. The wiring harness are right here. This one is going to go to Andy in Oregon there with LSX Specialties. He's going to do his magic on that for me. Super cool dude, super good price. That's another one that's really dirty. A different one that I got that I'll clean up a little bit and probably end up sending to him as well to do, just so I have one on the shelf for a future swap possibly. But I put all new suspension bushings in this thing. I got a Speedway front brake set up for it that are disc brakes. This was a drum car all the way around. I put A-body discs in the front, but they're old. The caliper, one of them was junk, and instead of buying a $75 caliper, I might as well pony up and spend a little bit more and get the whole setup for the front, so all the brakes will be brand new. Like I said, all the bushings are kind of rotted. As you can see, it's been sitting for a very, very long time. I'm going to do them all. I'm not going to change much of the suspension, probably put some shocks on it, new ball joints. And I'm just going to drive this thing. You know, it's a cool car. It's a wagon. You don't see many of them. It's a nine-seat wagon too, so that's kind of neat. But needed floors in the front, so I got half of them halfway in. I got the other one sitting on the corner here. Kind of took a back burner to the motor swap because I enjoy doing motor things. I really don't enjoy doing floors. This hole right here really did some damage to the floors, but other than that, it's a fairly straight car. It's got some rust, but not bad. The frame's perfect. The rockers are perfect. So, but that's the plan with this thing, is just to get it going and drive it, man, and have some fun and burn some tires off of it. And I can't say thanks enough to Matt over at Sloppy Mechanics. He did a great job of all his videos, and he's pretty much the inspiration for this setup. And he's a super cool dude. Does a lot of this just for fun, and it's great. Hopefully I can join him and have some fun too. But there's that. Hopefully if everybody kind of likes these videos, I'll do a progress update every once in a while. It's slow working doing this stuff. Got a lot going on. Got a four-wheeler that's getting put together for racing in about a month and a half. So that's it right now. I'm getting powder coated. But the transmission for this car is going to be a 480E. The unit's sitting right here. I'm going to do a Transgo shift kit in it, obviously, and run it. I got a Jake's converter coming for it, a triple disc billet setup. I didn't want to buy one twice, so I had a pretty good sale going on right now, Black Friday coming up. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger on that one. This is my first time doing an LS swap, really. So I'll be doing all the tuning myself with HP tuners. It's a learning curve, but I find that being most of the fun is doing this yourself, and the end product is it's all yours. So thanks for watching.